Omakase out at the beach with my baby. If I were you beef, spread it wide for days. I need 20 courses, eat a ducky mice. I don't wanna force it, I like you a lot. Sipping sake hot out the bottle, getting lazy. Talking over sentences, don't care what people say. I don't have no manners, I might fuck you right. Driving hella reckless, donuts in the lot. Come let's taste for you. Come let's taste for you. Come let's taste for you. Eat a ducky mice.
Oh my goodness. We're back, guys. It's the Koopa, it's the Mark, and I know you love it. I know you can't stand me and my Dragon Quest ass. But here I am, with my Dragon Quest ass. Here to bestow upon you our new team. Got our little cosplay team on. I've noticed I always say, I'll tell you on the next episode when, what it is or whatever the cosplay team is, but fuck that shit. I'm just doing it now. Then we have Earthbound. And I combined them all. Earthbound Zero or Beginnings or whatever you want to call it. The actual Earthbound on the SNES and Mother 3. So we have a character from all three games, and then this little monster I have. It's supposed to be a Mr. Saturn with a hat, I guess. So that's what we're doing now. That's my Sage. I figured it would make the most sense to have Kumatora be a mage and just have her use the fist, because I feel like that would make the most logical sense for the cosplay. And then Poe is the dragon mage. Well, he's supposed to be, but I put martial artist on at first because this is a very easy quest, and the martial artist it's not a terrible class, but it's probably the worst attacking class. So if you want to have a challenge on anything, I'd say definitely use this one. And I just wanted the Poe to have like a fisticuffs class or so. For this quest, I believe I'd switch him over eventually, but I'll have a Dragon Mage on there, and I'll probably have them use the fist as well. And then we have our character here. If you don't know, if you're not familiar with Earthbound Beginnings, this is a little Anna outfit from that game. So she's the cute little girl, and I did want to get the little transformation to be little boy mode, but I'm lazy, so we haven't done that yet. So we'll do that eventually. For now, we're starting the Sage quest. The Sage quest is pretty good, I guess. Like I said, I like this story. I'm a fan of the stories that sort of give you a little bit of perspective on the world, and this one goes into one of the sort of backstory locations of the world, the academy, the Royal Sage Academy, or whatever it's called. These are two characters from the academy that we're interacting with in the story here, and basically, trying to be a sage, be the best there ever was, all that bullshit. This mission, I think we're just killing a monster with Zam. Have to kill him with Zam. So this one's gonna take a little bit of a time. We gotta envelop our dark powers. And I guess because we are developing our dark powers, this podcast episode, I will talk about how to get high short-term dating success. That is harnessing the dark power. We did talk about the Dark Triad a couple episodes ago, near the end of version 2. And yeah, this is, it's generally quote unquote bad traits. Like I said before, I'm one of those guys, one of those idiots that believes there's no real good and bad, right? So when we say these Dark Triad traits, we really mean things that generally in movies in Hollywood would be used to portray as evil and, not good things to do. And in general, in your hearts, there's a truth to every soul, you would say. you probably shouldn't do that. You know, the Machiavellism, the narcissism, the psychopathy. You just think you nearly shouldn't do, but they do make you um good long-term dating partners. And here's the thing, guys. Here's the real thing about this. Is if you're a wise individual like me, if you're one of those weirdo Sigma alpha males who realizes that your morals really don't matter and you can act however you want, on the forefront. And people really won't care, as long as your aesthetic is good, you can kind of get away with anything. Now, if you're an ugly person, I will say, being inauthentic, it can blow up on your face pretty horribly. But if you're already attractive, even when you do something a little bit inauthentic, because people, here's the thing, when you're already attractive, people are just gonna assume you're fake too. You're gonna assume all the fake nice is just because you're attractive, and they think everybody else is always nice to you as well, so they're not really gonna believe anything you say. So my take on this is when we're like, oh, I don't want to be all these, Machiavellian traits and all this bullshit. I don't want to come off that way. But when we're talking about short-term dating success, it's generally all about your acting ability. It's sort of like manifestation. It's all in how well you imagine yourself, how well you perceive yourself in that role. So, it really helps when you can play MMOs, you can role play very well, and you can get that confidence in another area, and then, just sort of mentally bring it back to real life. And, this is all if you want to do it. I honestly, guys, I wouldn't recommend it past, like, the fifth or, sixth lay for most guys. I had to go past 10. I had to hit the double digits for some reason. I don't know why. Now that I do it, I regret it for sure. But yeah, we all got to do it a little bit. Just a couple short-term flings just to, I don't know, have confidence in ourselves for some reason. Like, I wish that wasn't a vital step of manhood, but I feel like that is. Um, it's more of like the cross we bear, just as havers of, it feels sort of like a guy thing. Like I got this tool, I gotta use it, I gotta make sure, it's like, somebody automatically registers a gun to you and you don't know how to shoot a gun. As a guy, I would learn how to shoot my gun if I'm gonna have it. Like, you're automatically registered this to me at birth. Like, I gotta know how to use this shit. So that's one of the things. You have to master this trait at least once, because I feel like a lot of guys nowadays haven't even tried, you even get out there and like attempt, because there's just so much propaganda out that thinks, every woman out there is a crazy rabid idiot and who's out to steal all your money and slurp you dry through your wallet. That is not generally how it is. But the internet tells us a different story, especially with all these girls on TikTok crashing out, revealing their bank account of how many horrible debts they have to the people that they fucked over. But see, the thing is, you don't have to pay attention to that. There's always a chance. There's always an option to disconnect, to go outside, read a fucking book. And you're on your way. I feel like watching these short little podcast type episodes, that they bring you towards something better, something wiser. I don't know if this is going to come in the recommended videos for people that want to think, but hopefully we'll see some sages around. And if not, it is what it is. It is what it is. I just hope the message of disconnection is heard, that you don't need all this extra shit. And you especially don't. Like, I feel like the extra shit just disables us from being able to, like, casually talk to people. Like, I hate small talk, but not for the reason you think, not because I want to, have intellectual brain conversations with everyone ever, and only all the time, and whatever. Like, a fucking smart idiot guy. I hate small talk because a lot of people can't read subtext, and a lot of people act like no one can read their subtext, or the empathetic feelings of someone else's subtext doesn't affect them. It's always a game. It's always a dance in my eyes, and I'm someone who generally, I'm not gonna say all the time, but I've grinded this skill a lot, the intuition, by just being inside but not really inside the social dynamic. Like, this is another reason why I really don't like group talks, I suppose. You know, when like I'm talking to like more than one person. You get the ESP shit, like I'm feeling too many things. You know. But yeah, no, seriously, understanding where people come from, for me, shouldn't really an easy thing. You know, perspective is something that I love to tap into. I love to wear different shoes. I love to put myself in different places, intellectually. And yeah, like I've said, dark triad traits are easy for me to just put on because I can, you know, accept any ideology for the moment. I really have no morals, if I'm being real. This is why church was really not a fun place for me, because I'm like, yeah, I get it, moral code, you know, do unto others as you, blah blah blah. But honestly, simply wimply, um, in life, I feel like you just got to do what not only is familiar, but what brings you further, what progresses you. And lately, I've noticed that if you do that a lot with your relationships, with your sexual activity, yeah, it's generally gonna lead to chaos. You know, you may be able to handle the chaos, but I'm at the area in my life where I just don't want to. I feel like the energy used to handle the chaos could easily be used to set up a life of eternal peace. You know, and handling chaos is not something I want to do for the rest of my life. Like, you realize, guys, if you're starting to live a life where you're like, no, but I can handle this chaos, you realize there's never going to be a time where you're not going to be handling chaos. Then it's like, don't ever become too good at something you don't like, because then you're gonna fucking do it all the time. And I want to become good at this aspect, this, you know, recording, editing, little gameplay. You know, I'm already good at this game. You know, I'm already fucking the best dragon quester you've ever quested, fester. I don't know what I'm doing here. Oh yeah, it's a metal rookie time. So I wanted to get some sage levels. So yeah, you can do metal rookie on 9, 10, 19, 20, and 21. I decided to show this off for a little bit. I don't know why I decided to show so much of this. I think we're just doing one more battle, but yeah, I'm sorry, wild distraction appeared. Anyways, what I was trying to say, if I can attempt to get this thought out, this thought of my dot out. God damn, did the metal shit really make me lose my train of thought? I gotta rock hard. Metal experience? You see, that's what happens, guys. The experience. It always just fucks me up. It fucks me up. I fucked that guy up. Are we leaving now? We're good. Okay, we're leaving now. I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna go home to the kingdom. But yeah, you gotta take a step back. Look at yourself. Look at yourself. Look what you've done. Because we often have a problem with perspective. Like, a lot of our relationships, I feel like, if you know, you take a step back and you be like, how many times have they smiled at me, texted me, reached out to me, hugged me? You know, you gotta realize some things just aren't for you, and some things, if you have to work a lot for, then you know, why you want it? You have to work this hard for it. You know, you don't want to work this hard for it all the time. You don't. You don't. You want something easy. You want something natural. You want something that flows through you. You want something that feels like it was always meant to be there. And this forcing is what I'm noticing. You know, a lot of us do. Like, that's like 90% of relationships nowadays. Just because people are like, I'm scared to be alone. This person is a human being that also likes me, so I will go with them. Like, I see these Twitter rants of people being like, "Oh, my husband is like touching me when he's horny." Ooh, I'm like, what the fuck are we talking about here? And this is why I goon, because like, I don't want to be put in this situation where I give everything to this woman that I think I own, and which is somehow terrible to think, you know, and to even have as a concept in your mind. Like, oh, you want to own a woman? How dare you? But you know, I put everything into her. I protect, I love, I serve, when in reality, they just resent me. They just don't even want me there. And yeah, that's what I've noticed in a lot of the the true romanticism things I go for. You know, it's not like I don't get play, but I usually don't get play from the people I want the most, that I show the most things to. And I'm noticing that's probably like a vulnerability problem, probably like a manipulation problem, you know, probably like a coercion problem. But you know, we're always gonna go for what we can't have, and what we chase is always gonna run away from us. So you got to get used to that dynamic for sure, skis. I just think it's harder for some of us. It's harder for some of us to just realize, you know, take that step back and be like, this is not serving you. So stop serving it. Stop letting it control you. Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Yeah. That darkness will always be there, but it's important to harness it. It's important to harness it because you know what? We may never control this shit. I may be a gooner for the rest of my life, but I am going to tone it back, to hold it back, to slow it down. You know, you just got to take that step, you know? Like it may happen, but I'm gonna walk the path for it not to happen. And I have to be okay with either obligation as a man, uh because it's, you know, he's gotta be just accountable for that shit. But I gotta relax through it too, man. Like life be crazy. Trying to make you think that you're a piece of shit for not giving 8,000% when you gave 9,099. Or wait, 7,999. There we go. Fuck numbers. You know, who cares? You guys got the gist. The thing is, show up for yourself. That's the main thing. Show up for yourself and be consistent. Uh, and honestly, that's the main gist. That's the main gist. I feel like we need more willpower in life too, man. We really do. We really do. All this feminine bullshit of, oh, I can't because I need someone there for me. I need to talk to people. Right? Just have willpower, man. Just like there's so many, I don't know, maybe it's just me, but I feel like there's so many things to think about, to talk about, to conversate about with yourself, to mull over. I'm a thinking man. As you can clearly see. As you can clearly see, I'm a pondering motherfucker. And these head empty motherfuckers are killing me. They're destroying my life, just like I'm destroying the pop filter on this mic. Guys, I hope you appreciated me yapping on. We have more Sage Quest coming up again, where we do more Sage Quest things. I'm the Koopa. You subscribe. We see Sage Girl. We see Sage Boy. I'm fuck out of here because I have to take a piss. Fuck this shit. Yeah. Yeah.